was thinking the other day about something that happened years and years ago in our office, and we had a pretty nice office. And a guy came by, and he was buying some old speakers from me, a DJ. And he looked around the office, and he was impressed with our office. And he said something that really stuck with me. He goes, "Oh, yeah, see, now I understand why you charge so much, because you got to pay for this office." And, I just sort of laughed and was like, yeah, that's kind of not the way it works, right? You don't say, when you're justifying your price to a client, you can't say, "I got a big office to pay for," right? We have a lot of overhead. I was trying to explain to him that I didn't charge a lot because I had a nice office. I had a nice office because I charged a lot, right? That's the way that it works. First, you have to do the work. When I was first starting out as a DJ and we were trying to expand our company and we were using subcontractors, this is 1989 probably. And I remember talking to this guy, and he had just complete crap equipment, right? Like home gear. And he said, "Well, when I start making more money, I'll buy better gear." It's like, that's not how it works, man. There's a lot of people, I think, that are kind of guilty of backwards thinking. You have to first pay the price before you can pay the price for stuff. Does that make sense? So you have to first be good, and then the money will come. You don't go, "Well, I'll start taking classes, I'll buy better speakers, I'll invest more time, money, and energy when I start getting paid more." That's not how it works. Just think about any job. How do you get a raise at work? Do you get a raise at work because you go to your boss and say, "Hey, listen, man, I need more money because I got a big car payment"? Boss doesn't care about that. The boss wants to pay you more, but you have to be worth it. So the boss says, "Well, you're doing the same work as this other guy. Why would I pay you more than him?" So what you have to be able to do to get a raise at work at any job is to be able to go in and say, "Listen, I need to be paid more money, and here's why. I bring in more money than everybody else." I was in sales before I was a DJ, and to me, sales is the great equalizer because it's really simple. You sell more, you get paid more. And there's no getting around that. When somebody else complains and says, "Well, how come Randy makes twice what I make?" The boss says, "Well, he sells twice what you sell," right? It's pretty simple. So as DJs, we have to get into this mentality of if you want more, you have to do more. You have to be more. You have to deliver more. And more is everything. More is not, bigger speakers. More is bigger laughs. More is more tears. More is more dancing. More is more referrals. You deliver those things, and then people seek you out. Instead of saying, "Hey, I'm looking for a DJ. Can you tell me what you charge on this day?" Your phone calls will become, "Hey, you did my cousin's wedding. I want to find out if you're available for our date, or do we need to change our date?" People think I make this up, but you can talk to the people who know me and worked with me in the office, and they'll tell you it's true. Over the last several years that I was a DJ, I don't know what the time frame is, but over the last 10 or 12 years that I was a DJ, I would say 50% of our clients either changed their date in order to get me, or they chose a date that I was available for. They came to us first. They weren't looking for a DJ. I never wanted good SEO. I never wanted, people to find me when they were looking for a DJ. I hated those calls. I don't even want to engage that person. What I wanted to engage is the person who says, "You did my cousin's wedding, or my sister's wedding, or, I was the best man or the maid of honor at a wedding." That's who I wanted. And when we did those things, then we were at a premium. People paid us a premium price, which allowed me to have whatever equipment I wanted to buy. It allowed me to have a nice office. It allowed me to retire. I'm sitting in my mountain cabin, I'm now 64, but I retired 2 years ago at 62 years old, retired. I don't work, right? I'm not rich. I didn't get rich doing this. There are people that make a lot more money than I do who are way better business people than I am. So that's not like I'm bragging about doing it. What I'm saying is with remarkably little talent, but a really good work ethic. Not that I worked hard, it's that I worked really, really smart. I was like, how do I make sure that people are willing to pay me a premium so I don't have to do 8 events every week, right? So that I can do 1 or 2 events a week and make a really good living. And it worked. So I want you to just, take all that into consideration and do things in the correct order. Deliver, and then they will come. Hope that works. My minute is almost up. Got to go. See you next week.